Mine is so good because it's like plugged directly in.
Hang on, I'll be right back. Mine is bad as well, guys, actually. What the fuck? Oh,
Ooh,
wait, mine is bad too.
oh God.
Alright, your girl is here.
Is this good? Is that good?
It's pretty good. Your ping is abysmal,
Yeah.
but
I am back.
your up and down is pretty good. Oh my God, retirement village in Bristol, perfect.
This is putting it into perspective to me quite a bit.
Yeah, like mine is good, but
Because I know that Gabby's is relatively shit.
that's to be honest, that's not shit. 100 up. Well, 100 down, 70 up is.
Complains about the laptop being shit sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is putting it into perspective.
Okay, on your laptop, if it can even fucking load, do you want to load up Foundry?
Yep, I'm gonna try. Give me 1 second.
Woohoo! It's time to kill a cult leader.
Woo!
Oh my god.
Woo. Well, none of the characters want to do that. I want to kill a cult leader. Oh,
And
oh no,
I think Sia kind of wants to kill a cult leader.
Just a little bit.
yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I think Sia kind of wants to kill him.
That's okay. Honestly, I see that for her. Girly pop, do your thing, you know.
I wouldn't blame her.
I wouldn't blame her either. Brandy, however.
Why would Brandy blame Sia?
Because she's killing someone.
Have you not?
What?
I mean, yeah, but she's in love with the fetus of death.
That's not how. Oh. There was very much.
Feelings for the goddess that she's worshipping. Brandy sees it as Thea would be no better than Patina by killing him.
Whoa!
Whoa, bringing out the big guns here.
Yeah.
Save it for the RP stuff.
I mean, that's. I'm going to go ahead and say categorically not true. Patina's killed a lot. Just like a lot.
Yeah, but every murderer has to have their first kill.
You're calling Thea a murderer?
Technically, if you kill this guy, it would be a murderer. It would be murder. If you killed in combat, that's a different argument. That would be self-defense. But this is a murder.
We've already come out of combat.
Yeah. Okay.
Riddle me that, Ellie.
I've been riddled.
Oh,
Fucking riddlerized.
scary stuff. That is scary stuff.
What is riddles?
Yeah, riddle me this. Scary.
Oh.
Steady on there.
You want to some of this on your that?
Whoa. Riddle me piss.
Make me a yo-yo, said the yo-yo man.
The yo-yo man didn't say anything. He just kept on yoing.
Kept on going.
Yo 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 yo. Okay. Is it trying its best? In the meantime, would someone like to give a recap?
Oh boy.
It was a big one.
It was a big one, and I've also lost the fucking book that I did all my.
Uh-oh. That's
Wait.
not good.
Wait, no, is that it? Oh my god, is that it? I've been looking for this fucking thing for months now. Oh, got it. Oh my god, I have my book. Here, hold on. I'm just gonna see whether I have my notes in there. I'm no Ellie, but I tried writing notes.
I don't write that many notes.
Shut the fuck up, note taker.
Oh,
You all know that I took the best notes in the form of doodles.
yeah.
That I got a lot
Okay.
of words for it.
I have my stats, but then I also have. Okay, I'm just gonna fucking read what I've written as my notes, okay?
Okay.
And you tell me whether I'm right or not.
Alright.
Bare footprints and boot prints among mud by what hut? By hat in river. I can't read my writing. Insight check on hat shows metal pin Nathan had on his hat is missing. It was a silver metal. And I think it was like the sign of, I can't remember the god, but the god of like farming and harvest and stuff like that.
Yes.
No signs of blood. Yeah, no signs of blood on the hat, so we were like, oh, okay. There's an old tiefling woman that said, get out of the fucking water. And Kyra, not Kyra, fucking hell. Thea was like, oh, what? And then the old tiefling woman was like, it's dangerous. And then everyone else left and Thea was like, fine, I guess.
Yeah. Or you'll drown, idiot.
Was being real fucking huffy. Mud has sulfurous smell. It's stanky. And in brackets, rotten. We walked to, oh yeah, and then also Brandy snapped at Thea for being kind of bitchy, and Thea was like, fine, I guess. Walked to an area with no trees, willow in brackets, inlet/bay, where ground is waterlogged, missing willow tree. Checking to see if creatures avoid the river. Doesn't seem to be the case. No waterfowl on the river. Thea ritual casts purify food and drink on dirty water to see through it. She finds a bone.
That was beautiful.
This has been here for a while. The bone is humanoid for an adult, from heights between 5 to 6 foot. And then I remember we did some sort of like nature check, and like an arcana check, and we talked about blights because like both Hyacinth and Brandy did nature checks and remembered things about blights, which are animated plants. There's a gloomy patch where the grass felt sharp and wrong. Oh, this was Brandy's memory, sorry. There's an old tree that looked evil, and Brandy could sense danger from the animated vine-trapping creature. Some people know of magic to animate these plants, but then, like, unhelpfully, some of the magic is just too much, and then the plants become evil. Flashing dent in the bone, relatively fresh, so it didn't have time to heal. The bone's been there for a year at most. But we went to the chapel afterwards, and we met a bronze dragonborn called Patina, and he seemed pretty chill for the most part when we first met him. We were like, hey, can we look in your death record? We have a bone. We want to see if we can find like a bone to align with like this missing person's bone. So he was like, yep, here is our death record book. There's a book in the chapel. And then we were looking through that, and then Patina gave us some extra lore on the folklore of Ranadera with the dragon and with the beast of the river. And there was like a lovely tapestry in the place of like a stained glass window. So he was explaining that. They're saying they worshipped a dragon. They almost deified it in like reverence and fear. And this dragon demanded sacrifices from the harvest. But then like the gods were like, "Ayo, what the fuck? That's kind of our thing. You're stepping on our territory, punk." And they were like, "Stop that!" And then the dragon was like, "Ha, no!" And dying. By the next harvest, a hero of the god of the harvest said, "If the dragon did not change its ways, it would be harvested itself." The dragon was like, "Fuck off!" And then the hero left. And then came back after a year to see whether the dragon had changed its ways, and it hadn't. So they had a several day fight, and the dragon was supposedly defeated. Supposedly. Also, Patina told us about an event that happened 9 months ago, where a couple went out at night, on a little boat on the river. But there was a swell in the river that sunk the boat that they were on, and none of the townsfolk knew until the morning. And then also 4 weeks ago, this guy's mum passed. That's what I have written.
Yeah, it's just.
Yeah, his mum died. I've written here, if you're traveling, you're not getting ready to die. That's what Patina said. Okay. On the pedestal in the chapel. What? What the fuck is this? Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So after that, Thea came up with this really great line where she was saying like, as a paladin, I really want some time to, chill out with my god and maybe have a little chat.
Oh wow.
Give you the privacy to do that. And Patina was like, yeah, a fucking course. And then Brandy and Hyacinth were like, us too, but like we want to come into your house, so make us tea. That's the polite thing to do, right? And Patina had no fucking choice. But
That one was a slightly less good lie of like a hey old man let us in.
Yeah. And then also Patina was like, well, I guess this is an opportunity for you to talk about the grief because you lost someone, and if you need someone to talk to, Brandy and Hyacinth were like, oh fuck, yeah, we forgot that we told you about that. Anyway, they have that conversation while they have some shitty tea. And then
It was not shitty.
It was shitty. It was in the recording, so there were bits of bump bits in it. Okay, I listened to the recording.
Okay, fair enough.
And then whilst that shit was going on, and Brandy had a weird moment as well, but I forget exactly what she did. Thea immediately gets to snooping, as she should, go girl boss queen, and it finds in the pedestal in the chapel that there's like a catch in the wood or something underneath where it is.
Did it?
There's a dark red book, and it looks gross and it's stinky. And then when she looks inside the book very briefly, there's dates and descriptors, including the most recent one where it says last night, like tall guy. There were some like other details specifically that I was like, yeah, that's Nathan. And Thea's like, fuck shit, man. I'm leaving. And then also Patina, as soon as Thea picked up, like, started freaking out, like, I gotta go. And then Brandy and Hyacinth were like, the bitch, I hope the fuck you don't. And like distracted him enough that Thea could leave. And then Brandy and Hyacinth got kicked out of the chapel and locked out, and they were like, we need to go and find Thea. They found Thea. Thea showed them the weird book. Brandy rolls well enough to see that it was a book made of fucking humanoid skin and was like, this is horrible. What the fuck is this shit? We need to tell people about this.
Grodies.
And they said, well, maybe, what's her name? Willow of the Woods could help us, but like, I don't really want to go and see Willow. But then Willow also mentioned the fact that she had a niece here in this town, so we were like, maybe we can find the niece of the hag to see if that niece could help. So we spent the next little bit trying to look around for potential niece. Brandy went back to see Quinn and was like, hey, this shit's fucked. And Quinn was like, oh dear, that's such a shame, and was acting really suspiciously normal about the fact that like everything was shit's fucked. And Brandy called them out on that, and then Quinn was like, well, I've seen worse. Fucked and weird. And then Thea and Hyacinth together, the Googlies, the gang, went to see like to try and find the niece out in town while Brandy did that, and also asked Quinn for help. And met up with this one guy called Bernard, who was a young fisherman that had a sort of magical aura that Hyde was gauging.
Oh, I forgot about him.
Maybe this guy, and they went over and then talked, and then he was really awful and bad and flirted with Thea. I've also put in my notes, Brandy will get him later, smiley face.
Brandy did get him later too.
Yes, I did. And my next note, Gibby is a hagborn with 3 exclamation points.
This is true.
Yeah, Gibby was the niece, and Gibby has tried to do a lot of tried to keep track of things, but hasn't actually like directly done anything to stop the fact that like this cult is killing people. And Thea very understandably was like, what the fuck? Hyacinth very understandably was upset. And so what the fuck?
Quick point. That's not entirely true. Gibby has done a lot. They used to kill a lot more people. Gibby has saved a fair few people, but unfortunately not all of them.
But hasn't like directly stopped it all from happening. And Thea was like, so why haven't you stopped it from happening entirely? And was very angry and sad and mad. And Brandy was like, you need to relax.
Chill out, girl. You just got here.
Lots of emotion, and everyone feeling generally a bit shit, understandably so. Next note. Gods planted willow trees to keep the spirit of the dragon contained and tie bodies to the willow roots. The village found a sacrifice could satiate it. And then I turned over the page, and I just have a bunch of me tracking my health. Going down from 36 to 13.
Yes.
You'll die! On the session. But like, well, for that, my own memory is then Gibby was like, here, have some water breathing potions. And then we were also like, Quinn, please help us. And Quinn was like, okay, I will help you. And then Gibby gave us directions to the place where this evil willow tree is, this big evil light thing. So we sailed our way over there before the cult could get there, because we were like, if we get rid of this plan first, then we can deal with the cult afterwards and tell them there's no point in doing this anymore because we've gotten rid of the thing that you sacrificed to, so stop it. We did that. It was a massive, big, fuck off, scary tree. It was very scary. It hurt a lot. It hurt a lot. And Quinn was really hot and sexy and cool. And we defeated the tree, and it was excellent. Oh shit! Also, by the way, Brandy contacted Leshy, and and I got a 1 on my 100.
Yeah.
That was really important. I just fucking skimmed over it like it was nothing.
That's how you knew to target the skulls.
Target skulls because it's double damage.
Yeah.
Which was very helpful. And it was really good because had we not had that information, we probably would have been dead. Anyway, Quinn casts catnap, and we have a little nappy, and then we get up and we say, "Ooh, it's time to go and deal with this cult." And they are all circled around the town and being culty and creepy, and we try to sneak in, but then Patina's like, "Come on out, guys." So Thea goes out and is like, "Fuck you guys, I hate you." Starts fighting people basically one-on-one, and the rest of the party locks in and joins and helps.
Yeah.
We fuck him up. Patina is now essentially cornered by all of us, and we're gonna kill him.
Yeah. Only other. No, it was good. It was a lot of things. Other things that you missed. You found out that Quinn has killed people before and is willing to kill again, so you guys don't have to kill someone for the first time. Yeah. What else? Thea had a bit of a shit fit about why Will of the Woods hasn't done anything, and Gibby kind of went, well, she doesn't really give a shit. Because it's kind of beneath her, and Thea was like, "Wah!" Also, Gibby had sort of someone like a little minion in the cult, sort of feeding information. The tieflings, granddaughter. Yes, who you saved. Also important, you guys made sure you have not killed anyone yet. You have just knocked everyone out.
Yeah. I just made sure that Hyacinth scared the shit out of Bernard before knocking them out.
Yeah, Bernard kind of ate shit. Good job. And
thank you guys for defending Thea's honor.
Yeah, he made some terrible dick jokes. And yeah, I think that is it for recap. You get big inspiration because there was a lot of content. I still haven't actually read.
That was very impressive. Well done.
Yeah. That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
So sketch.
Like there were a couple points that were missed, but not major points. It was like most of it was. Thea had a lot of mental breakdowns.
Thea was.
I think Thea had that before.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's recap over. And now we're in it.
And perfectly in time, my page has just finally loaded.
Wait, it's
Holy shit. Oh.
Do you have dice in person?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, fuck.
Jesus. Yeah, the laptop is loading less than a megabit a second, so you can't. It makes sense. But yeah. So Patina is currently sort of on one knee, looking up at you guys, pretty bloodied but still defiant. And yeah. What are you guys doing? You have this. You don't know if it's the person who started this, but it is the definite head of this thing currently. What are you guys doing? What was I saying? Gwyn is sort of nearby, but sort of nearby, but not close.
Okay. Thea has only spoken one word to Katina this entire fight, and that was she screamed at him in Draconic, heretic, to his face. That was the only thing she has said to him so far, and I don't think she can stomach the idea of speaking to him now. But there is a very clear part of her that wants to hurt this man in some way. And like you can like she's not doing it, but you can see that her hands are clenching and unclenching, and her jaw is so tight it's practically vibrating. But she doesn't know what the right thing to do is in this situation, so she's turning to Brandy.
Is Thea's sword drawn?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, it's probably glinting a little bit in the moonlight, the silvered blade. Oh, one other thing I will say that was missed in the recap, which might be important, is you know that a paladin of Velez is coming to this village soon, in the next couple of days. Almost like a roving lawman who sort of, because these little villages won't have their own police force or to uphold the law. They might have like one sheriff and like a little jail, but oftentimes paladins are roving judges, and one of those is coming soon here.
But we can't guarantee that we're going to be like around long enough, or that anyone in this town is like, even if we throw them in jail, someone else could very well, he's a part of this cult and just wasn't here tonight, could just like free him.
Yep, very possible. Just wanted to make sure you had all the information.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thea is. The more you await, the more Thea looks like she's settling on a decision.
Okay. Well, that's not going to happen. Brandy, at the very least, is going to move over here to just kind of close that gap, even if it just means that she puts one arm in between where Thea's sword and Katina is.
Yeah.
She's trying to find words to say, like almost like trying to find any sort of excuse that Thea should not just bring her sword down on this man, but she can't find a good enough excuse to bring him any.
Because also, whilst Brandy is very much the voice of reason, you are. It's not like you're not monkhood, but like your group. They don't have a no killing rule. Like it's no more than you're not Batman.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, like it's not a matter of like back at home no killing happens. I mean, part of worshipping Leshy is understanding the cycle of life and death.
Yeah.
And how nature balances that. But there's a difference between killing because it's for survival and killing for the sake of it.
For revenge, yeah.
More than that. And this is, for Brandy anyway, this is no different. Even though there is, like, she understands that there's, like, feelings of justice and, like, retribution in the act of killing this man.
Yeah.
She doesn't believe that it's going to make anything go away.
Yeah, it would be cathartic, if nothing. It would be cathartic first and foremost. What's Hyacinth thinking? How's Hyacinth feeling about all this?
I think Hyacinth's kind of general, I guess, thoughts is kind of like disgust, but is also wanting to understand whether there's any remorse, like, of all of this death. Like, does this man in front of them feel remorse? And should they let him go? Would that be dooming more people to die? That's where Hyacinth's at.
You do have a spell you could use, if you wished.
Ooh.
I'm not going to say which one, but there's one that would
Yeah.
perhaps work quite well on it.
Let me.
Okay.
Okay. I didn't accidentally press it. No, I have not. Okay. I, for a second, thought I accidentally just pressed the spell. I know there's Awakened Mind, but I don't know if that's quite.
You're currently looking in features, not spells.
I'm a very smart person.
They look very similar. How do you spell patina?
Patina.
There we go.
Okay. There's Detect Thoughts, which probably I'm looking at, just double checking there's nothing else. I think Detect.
Yeah, that was the one I was thinking of.
Yeah, in that case, I would like to cast Detect.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, that's potentially not going to be in my favor, actually.
It's all right. I have fucking stats. I can't remember if these are the correct stats for it. So, and it fails.
Wait, Patina failed?
Patina fails.
Okay, thank God. Okay.
So, I assume you're using read thoughts. So,
Yes.
you learn what is most on the target's mind right now. If it doesn't know any language, it does know a language. As an action. So, I mean, one of the main thoughts of Tina's mind currently is pain. Tina is in quite a lot of pain.
Good. Good.
Like, you did seriously fuck them up. There's a little bit of, not vindication, but what's the word? Like, it feels like you three don't know what you're doing.
Like righteousness?
Yeah, a little bit of like, yeah, a little bit of righteousness, but it's a little bit of like you.
Derision.
Yeah, kind of. So yeah, that's the surface level thoughts are not necessarily hatred towards you, but kind of, most of all pain, and also it's not annoyance. It's kind of like you don't know what you're doing.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah. As you do this, you can both see that Patine's eyes have gone the exact same color as Hyacinth's. They seem to look identical.
inky purple eyes and no. like just purple. There's nothing else. It's just purple.
The thumbs down. Thumbs down react.
That's for Hyacinth only. Yeah, thumbs down react.
This is difficult because like there is the aspect of like kind of coming from like this is all that they knew and they haven't thought of a solution, and so it could just be you don't know what you're doing because they haven't figured out an alternative.
You can try and probe deeper.
I would like to try.
Yeah, go ahead. So technically, you only needed to. It needed to make. So you need to make the save when you're probing deeper. So I'll just say that you can probe deeper. So what are you trying to focus in on here?
Would it have to be out of defaults currently?
Tell me what you're thinking, and I'll let you know if you can do it.
Because there's part of me that's wondering whether it's better to probe into they don't know what they're doing, because I think Hyacinth would like to try and make the judgment on whether it's out of ignorance on Patina's part, but I'm also wondering like if there's also like a sense of like trying to understand if there's like remorse and whether like there's any sort of guilt, or if there's also like a certain level of like they are very like perfectly like fine with doing what they've been doing like for a long time.
Sure. So I will say it will be much easier to do they. When I say they don't know what they're doing, it's talking about you three. You three don't know what you're doing. You can do that because that is a current thought, so it's easier to probe into. If you want to do the other one, I'm going to say that Patina will get to make another save. Just as you're kind of like, you're digging in.
Yeah. I think. Both of them are useful in their own ways.
Yep. Up to you. Whilst you're thinking about that, what is Brandy thinking? Has Brandy ever encountered, I wouldn't say evil people, but people who have done evil things before?
Brandy has met people that she doesn't like, or that there are things that people do that she personally doesn't agree with, or have beliefs that she doesn't stand by. But I don't think Brandy, apart from obviously in Willowbrook, has ever really met a truly evil person. And this is something that she is. It's been kind of hard in the past couple of days to grapple with that, but it's not as if she's like naive. She knows that there are bad people out there. It's just this is her first-hand experience of like witnessing that happening.
Yeah.
So it's a lot. I think honestly, she's not having like an empty-headed moment, but she is having she's struggling a bit to process like the fact that they've been fighting and they just like killed a big tree, and they also like knocked out a good couple of people that are evil, and now they're dealing with the head of this specific evil thing. At least currently, like at this point in time, we can assume. Well, at least she is assuming that this is the head of the evil stuff that's been going on in this town.
Yeah.
And
interesting that Brandy sees the people as evil, not just their actions. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think more than anything, she's looking right now. She's keeping her eyes on Thea, but she is also like Hyacinth is obviously up to something. Like Hyacinth would have said something by now, but is doing something.
Yeah.
And has like I'm assuming that she has since noticed the fact that Patina's eyes are from Hyacinth's colour.
You could,
And it's like,
yeah. I'll just say yes.
and it's like, okay, maybe some weird brain shit is happening. I will just make sure that Thea doesn't slice this man in half. Also, I think she might just be keeping an eye out for Quinn. I know that Quinn is literally just like a few feet
Yeah.
away, and is probably she's just trying to keep Quinn is trying to keep her distance. But like, I think Brandy would like Quinn to come over as someone who has dealt with this kind of thing
Yeah.
more than the three of them have. But
Yeah.
is making no sort of move to say anything or do anything to do with that.
Okay. Yeah. Quinn is just kind of watching you all, kind of seeing what you're doing. Is not stepping in, but is definitely there.
Yeah.
And I assume Thea is much the same, just kind of, well, yeah.
Well, I think Thea is. There's a lot coursing through Thea right now.
Uh-huh.
Hatred is one of the main things.
Yep.
But Thea's warring within herself because in front of her is a man who claims that he is doing right and who claims he is a man of the gods.
He is a man of faith.
Yeah, he's a man of faith. And Thea is looking at this man a bit like he is not a man of faith. But then she's also being forced to reckon, who am I to judge when even I am struggling with faith, when I don't think I know what is the correct path to choose? And so a part of Thea is seeing herself reflected in Bettina, and she hates that.
Ooh.
She's like, I don't think I have the authority to judge this man because I have no authority because I am not a paladin. I'm a charlatan. I'm lying in a minute. But there's another part of her that is saying this is your moment to prove you are not a charlatan. And so her grip is tightening on her sword, but she is at the present moment frozen.
Okay.
There's a lot going on in Thea.
All right. Well, back to Hyacinth. Hyacinth, which thought are you going to try and dig into?
I think I'm going to dig into feelings of remorse, and if that fails, Hyacinth will start speaking out loud, digging into trying to question them.
Yeah. Okay.
Outwardly.
So they're gonna get to do another wisdom save, since this is trying to find a thought instead of just reading a thought. Okay. Bettina fails again. So you try and dig your way through, trying to find these feelings of guilt, remorse, that kind of thing. And they're very easy to find, to be entirely honest. It's there is something that was said in the last session during the fight, and that was, if you don't know what you're doing, there wasn't another way. And digging into this man's thoughts, it seems like he had utmost faith in that there was no other way. But it's starting to crack a little bit, and he is so afraid that he was wrong, because beneath a lot of things he was doing this because he thought it was the only way. He was doing this because he wanted to try and protect the village that he was kind of a steward of. Maybe he settled on it way too fast. He he was not the first person in this role. He kind of just took what was told to him as gospel, and there is quite a lot of guilt in there of kind of being like, I never thought about this, and especially when Thea said heretic, something is like it started to like there's a couple of cracks in his resolve of this is the only way, and you can see like beneath those cracks is so much fear that there is another way, and he killed hundreds of people for nothing. Can you make me a wisdom saving throw?
Yeah. Oh. Because Tyson.
Hyacinth, come on.
Um,
Hyacinth, what did it roll?
11.
What
It
did it
could
roll?
be worse, but I do feel like that failed.
you do fail, but it's not too bad. You are overwhelmed with emotion. You start crying, and as you feel that many years ago this man was a good man, but his almost religious like fervor of this is the way we do it, this is the right way, there is no other way, this is what has to be done to protect the village, we cannot change, this is how it's always been done, and there's a reason it's always been done this way, that's because that's the only way. And now being shown that no, there might be a different way, like it's a cascade of emotion, and some of that is hitting back at you. And you Hyacinth feels sorry for him.
Yeah. Okay. As like Hyacinth is crying, I'm assuming like
It's less audible crying. It's your eyes are like there are tears forming. There are tears streaming down your face, but you're not crying.
okay.
You have tears, but you're not audibly crying. If that makes sense.
Okay. I think in that moment, like Hyacinth doesn't like. I'm assuming they wouldn't be able to with feeling overwhelmed, but like that they aren't trying to probe anymore. Like
It is an active effort to probe. So as soon as you stop trying to, you stop. If that makes sense.
okay, yeah. They kind of just like wipe their eyes slightly, kind of not turning to the others yet. They just kind of wipe and then kind of turn towards like Thea and Brandy, and Hyacinth puts a hand on Thea's shoulder with a look of like, don't do it.
Don't jump!
with a slight like kind of shake their head. Like it takes a moment like for them to get words out. They're like kind of processing like just like the emotion that's just kind of hit back at them.
Yes.
And they like it takes a moment before they're able to get words out and just kind of again reaffirm to say it wouldn't be right. It's what would it
Listen.
what wouldn't be right? Just say it out loud. This man
Right now.
no he there is there is an overwhelming amount of feelings. This I don't believe this was done lightly. I think he is what he has done is unforgivable. It is unforgivable. It is cruel.
but it wasn't for the sake of being, and killing the solve. It won't solve anything. It won't bring back what's been lost. But it could be a step to ending that cycle of violence. For him to continue living and knowing what he's done will be more painful than just to kill. It would be more mercy in my mind to kill him right now than to let him live and let him understand that this never should have happened. And
ooh, go on.
Oh, it was just saying, I think one way, showing him what he could have done a long time ago. There is fear and there is guilt. I don't kill him. I don't think that this would be the right decision.
Thea hears that, processes it, and then narrows her eyes in suspicion. And she goes, how do I know that's not what he's telling you to say? What was that I think? He might have possessed you or something.
There was no possession. I simply probed into his thoughts, trying to understand whether remorse, guilt, any feeling, anything that could show that he is not born into pure evil. I wanted to understand. And this man, he's made a lot of mistakes, but there was a sense of, from what I'm understanding, a sense of belief that this was the only way. I fully believe in it. There was no possession. I simply probed into his thoughts.
Yeah, turns to Brandy to see what she is looking like.
Brandy, it's a lot to take in. But Brandy trusts Hyacinth more to be honest and tell their own experience than to be like sort of possessed, I think. And she is also very aware of the fact that Thea is running on very heightened emotions right now. Hyacinth, if what you saw, if that's the truth, then well, we can't kill him, but we do have to do something.
I agree. Justice does need to be served. Whether it be, I don't know what the exact direction we should take.
I don't think that there is any right answer, and trying to find one right now is not our best course of action. I think the most that we can do is set something up for someone else who's more qualified to bring justice. We've done what we can. I think.
Hyacinth turns, like kind of gives a nod in agreement and like momentarily focuses on Thea once more and kind of reads like, I understand, and quite rightfully, you don't trust him. And I'm not asking you to trust him, I'm asking you to trust me on this.
Oh.
Ow, my heart.
Woo! Scrummy.
I think at that, Thea, like, that expression of, like, resolve and determination and disgust on her face breaks, like, a moment, refocuses, and then breaks fully. Like, she's just 19. She doesn't know what justice is. And she's got people beside her telling her, don't do it. People who she's, like, literally protected with her life. And she doesn't know what's right to do in a situation. And she just, her fingers slip and the sword drops from her hands. And she's just standing there.
I think Hyacinth will tentatively approach and kind of try and gauge whether Thea would be able to accept a hug.
Oh!
Yeah, I think she'd like a hug. It's been a lot, guys.
Yeah. Kind of like, once like kind of getting like that slight like, okay, this is fine, kind of Hyacinth like gives me a very like tight hug. Like we're talking like very tight, wings out, curling over a little bit. Like this is like
Entirely at the shins.
Hyacinth will actually Hyacinth can't hover, that's an issue actually. So it's fine.
You could, for this circumstance, you can. Like, you don't have a hover speed, but you can hover.
I was gonna say otherwise someone get Hyacinth a box, please. Like they don't say anything else, they just hug Thea. Like so yeah.
Thea never takes her eyes off Patina. But like one hand comes up to just kind of like hold the elbow of Hyacinth, and the other comes round to like stretch out as if like hoping to reach for Brandy, but she doesn't know whether Brandy is like there in the same way that Hyacinth is there.
A bit of a waggly arm.
Brandy sees that, but she steps away and looks past the two of them to where Quinn is and says, do you mind making sure he's properly bound so we can sort this out properly then? And she goes to like behind where Patina is to make sure that like his wrists are bound. There's no way that he's getting out of this now. Thea's being tended to, and Brandy does not know how to feel. But she's just going to deal with an issue one at a time.
I think Thea takes that as a sign of rejection. And her hands kind of close, but her grip on Hyacinth's elbows tightens minutely. And Hyacinth can feel Thea shaking. Not with tears, but with just adrenaline as it's all leaving her. But you can also get the sense of just like gratefulness coming off of Thea.
Yeah, Quinn will walk over, put a hand on Thea's shoulder, and sort of not mutter, but sort of quietly say, "It's all right. It's done now." And then we'll go and help Brandy tie up Patina. Patina is currently just kind of, with Hyacinth having probed into those swords, they seem to have like been brought up to the surface, and Patina is just kind of looking at his hands and sort of going, you can very quietly hear him muttering. It's like there was no other way. There couldn't have been a different way. Oh God.
Sorry, I shouldn't laugh at that.
And there will be no real he won't put up a fight to being tied up. And yeah, Patina is tied up. Quinn will Quinn will go and take him away to the inn, so the Leaping Trout Inn, and will go and put him in the cellar. It can lock from the outside, sort of thing. But yeah, what are you three doing? It's late-ish. Well, not actually that late. It's the sun has. Oh no! Stop there, too. Stop it. The sun has kind of. Oh no! It is quite late. Apparently, it's like 11 o'clock, so it's quite late at night. And yeah, what are you doing? There is the moon is. There's just enough moonlight to light your way, but yeah, there are quite a lot of bodies in the street of unconscious people, which Gibby will come out and help tie up people along with the tiefling girl. They will both start apprehending people. But yeah, what are you three doing?
I think Brandy wants to go and talk to the tiefling kid.
Yeah, so she is probably around 14, 15 maybe. She is shaking with adrenaline in a similar way, but not in the same kind of like, oh God, what do we do sort of thing, of just like a bit of a, oh shit.
That was scary, yeah.
Yeah. And as you walk over, we'll go, oh, hello. Thank you for not, knocking me out.
Well, we heard that you were on our side anyway, so.
Oh, yes.
I've got, I was just curious, how long were you here doing the spy and the watching?
For about 2 years. But I've lived here since birth. I've been since I was, well, 12 or 13. I joined proper, as they thought, but I was helping out the nice tavern lady to help get travellers and other folk to disappear in the night before they got scooped up.
Right, yeah. Well, I can't say that it's all done now, but I don't think you have to stop anyone anymore.
I hope so.
Yeah. Are you doing anything else in the town, or are you just sort of this is what you're doing?
Oh well, I help my grandma go flower picking often. I help her gather those. Help out around with her. And it's only me and her, so she's she's pretty. She moves a lot for an older lady, but there's still some stuff that I need to help her out with.
Yeah. All right. Well, take care of your grandma. All right.
Of course. What's going to happen to all of these folks?
Um, well, I don't fully know, but I think we're going to try and make sure that they have some place where they can't hurt anyone anymore. And maybe someone else will be coming along soon to figure out properly what's best to do.
And as you say that, and she looks around a little bit, she will quickly you see her thinking for a little bit, and sort of arms tensing a little bit, like she might be about to do something, and sort of looking at you and goes, um, I thank you for not making our village any smaller, and she'll run off.
Okay, what the fuck do I do? Oh, Gibby! Bernie's gonna look to Gibby.
Yeah, Gibby's crouched over, tying someone's arms behind their back, and goes, "Yeah, what is it?"
Hey, Gibby. Do you have any idea of a place we can put all these people while we're waiting for someone else to come and maybe sort them out?
Oh yeah, don't worry. Oh, we can put them in the tavern cellar. It's secure, and every once in a while we use it for the rowdy guest.
Okay. Can I help you bring them in, or?
You know, it'd be most helpful. You certainly did a number on them.
Tried, yeah.
I must admit, I'm not the strongest, so it'd be most helpful. You can see, I mean, she is not not a beefcake. It's safe to say.
Yeah, I think if there's already like a pre-tied person, Brandy will
Yeah. There's a couple of them,
picking people up.
and yeah.
Gibby, have you got? Is there anyone else that can help you just keep watch of these people while you're waiting?
Oh,
Because that kid is, um, you know.
oh, don't worry. There's other folks, and I'm more capable than I look, especially when they're
Right.
tied up like that. So it'll be all right.
Okay. All right then. You lead the way. I'll just follow.
Yeah, and we'll sort of lead you down to. Uh, it's not far. It's like just off. It's like, oh no, hold on. It's like slightly further than that. It's real close. Um, yeah, it's close enough that you guys are all good.
Yeah.
And eventually you help out getting all of it back, and it takes probably a good half an hour to sort of shove shove everyone in a cellar. People by that point are waking up and sort of groaning, sort of a bit of a oh god, what happened? And some of them have more fight left in them than others, but they're all securely tied up. Especially when they see that Patina's down there, they kind of go, "Oh, okay, it's ours. Don't we?"
Oh,
Yeah,
shit,
yeah,
shit fucked up.
yeah, pretty much. But yeah, what is Selena and Hyacinth doing whilst these unconscious folks are taken away? Uh, Quinn will also be helping move folks back in as well.
I think Thea wants to have a chat with Hyacinth. Like there's as like Hyacinth is hugging Thea so tightly, and Thea is just the most tentative hold back. Thea kind of like in a very hoarse whisper, not like again, not as if she's been crying, but just as in like she hasn't used her voice much, and she just kind of goes, "Did we do the right thing?"
I think in circumstances, everything, I truly think we did. We will never be able to know 100% certainty. For me to tell you yes, 100% certainty would be naive, but I think it was the right choice.
But
There's
so many people have died. So many people died, and we're just letting him go like that. That's not fair. That's not just. I know you said that it's more justice if he lives with his decision, but at what point do we draw the line? So many stories were lost. Only Velas now knows them, and why is his allowed to continue? Why is his story allowed to have a proper ending? I'm sorry, we don't have the answers to all of these.
It's okay. What you're feeling, it's okay.
I need people to stop telling me that what I'm feeling is okay and just tell me if it's right.
I don't think that there is a right or wrong answer to how you feel. I think that it's normal. It's understandable, and it is difficult to stomach the idea that his story can continue, unlike others. But what I can say is that his story will probably, he will live the rest of his life suffering, having to live with the decisions he made. Should taking what we cannot undo what has been done, and I don't think that man, I as I don't think that man should be the reason that you have to make the decision and take a life for the first time and do something that cannot be undone. You will suffer. I have faith in Gibby. I have faith that he won't just get off, won't just be let go and let off lightly. I have faith that he will suffer and he won't just be able to live the rest of his life normally. I'm sorry that I can't give the most eloquent. It's difficult, but yeah, difficult. I mean, if the bard is struggling with one of the versions from the ball. I don't want to make the wrong decision ever. I don't. I'm scared of. I'm scared if I commit to a decision and it's the wrong one later, that I can't undo it. And I guess that's where I froze up. And I know this is a lot to put on you. Sorry. I just don't really have that many people to talk to about it. And I just. You can. Okay, you are always welcome to talk to me about anything. It's only been a day. But yeah. Should there be a chance that this was the wrong decision, it is not your fault. I will take responsibility. Should there have been the wrong one. But in life, we can't always make the right decisions. It's not something that I think is possible, but if there are times when there are times that you do make the wrong call, we will have your back. We will be here to support you. You aren't alone. And I do not say this lightly. There are going to be times where you do make mistakes, but you'll be there. And that's, I know you don't want to hear it, maybe not hear it, it's okay.
Okay. Okay. And Thea will crush Hyacinth against her.
Elimole. Elimole.
And then after like probably a minute or so, she will kind of like awkwardly like let go and be like, "God, I'm a bit dramatic today, aren't I? Sorry." Should we go help Brandy? Let's go and find Brandy. And Hyacinth. Okay, let's go. Let's go find Brandy. Sorry. I mean, not sorry. I mean, thank you. Thank you is what I mean. Thank you. It's been a day.
I feel like Hyacinth at that moment would like float up a little bit and kind of just ruffle Thea on the head. Just like kind of just like reassuring that kind of like the hug, everything, like it's fine. Like they don't want to keep reiterating, so they kind of just like ruffle her head slightly.
Okay, and I guess they set off to help Brandy after that roll up the heart.
Yeah, so yeah.
You asshole!
You at her. Also, another fun thing is it's not always a right choice.
Oh yeah, Thea's yet to discover that.
Mm.
Oh, I can't wait to see the impossible middle dilemma.
Woo-hoo! Woo-hoo!
It's really interesting because like I'm struggling to differentiate between my two characters, one of which who would have made a very particular decision. And then I have to remember that Thea is very different and doesn't know who she is right now.
Yeah.
Oh, dang,
Okay.
dang.
So, you all help not clean up the bodies, but put the put the criminals away, and you sit down in the tavern after a long day, to say the least, with Gabby and Gibby. No, not Gabby. Gibby and Quinn. It's you. It's you. Gabby strolls in and is like, "What the fuck?" No, Gibby and Quinn. You're all sort of around the table. It's late at night, and there are some strong drinks passed around for those who wish, but also, yeah, it is there. Gibby suggests that you head to bed, not as soon as possible, but kind of. Yeah, she will say it's been a long day. You need to get some rest. Tomorrow will be a good day. I've contacted the paladin, and I think they're going to try and get here post haste. Yeah, get some rest. You all head up to bed in your rooms, which I believe is Hyacinth and Thea, and then yeah. Ooh, ooh. Once again, slightly separated. Anyway, you all. Well, how easy is it for you all to get to sleep?
Wow. I'd like to make a character choice if you don't mind.
Oh, go ahead. I like character choices. I enjoy a good
Quinn go to bed.
Ooh.
Because I'm assuming that Quinn is like kind of used to this sort of shit, so it's like, good night, and then just goes to bed.
Make me a Constitution saving throw first. See, yes, you'd see how well you can keep yourself awake.
Please.
That's pretty good.
50.
It's pretty good. Can you also make for me a perception check? Making all the checks.
I will proceed, please. Please.
You're good at perception.
That's pretty good.
Please.
That's pretty good. Okay, 17. So something that you've kind of not particularly paid attention to, but now you notice. It's been second night staying here, and you see that Quinn's bed is remarkably well made. It is pristine almost, and Quinn will come up and sit on the bed and just sort of sit there, seemingly reading some kind of book, and both reading and then eventually we'll sort of get out, but until like 3 a.m. and still is reading and writing.
What?
Doesn't seem.
An elf, right?
No. Tiefling.
No, Quinn's a tiefling.
Oh. The book?
Okay, well, fucking hell, okay,
And with that 17, you realise that last night as well, Quinn was up before you and seemed to go to sleep after you.
the fuck? When is this motherfucker sleeping? How many hours are they getting?
Oh, Brandy's going mother mode on Quinn.
No, that's me, Gabby, going mother mode on Quinn. That's so different. Okay, well. Okay. In my brain, I'm cooking. Okay. Can I roll a stealth check to see if I can climb out of the window without Quinn noticing?
Ooh, yeah, it's going to be tricky. But yes.
Yeah. I will give it a go. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
7. Okay, hold on.
I guess I'll die.
Okay. Perception. An 11.
I rolled a 7, but I got a +4. So sweet, lovely 11.
Okay.
Oh. I ain't gonna cut it, I don't think.
Well, we'll get Quinn to make a perception check.
Please do not perceive
Praying
anything.
Praying for you.
No. So. Yeah. So Quinn will see you sort of get up out of bed and will sort of go, "Oh, are you struggling to sleep? I know it's been a long day."
No, I'm fine. I just wanted to get some fresh air.
All right. Well, I believe the front door is locked. I think you need to take the back one.
All right. Don't stay up too late though, yeah?
I could say the same to you.
You need to sleep. And then she'll leave to go out the back door.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if it's unlocked, she's just gonna unlock it and
Yeah.
wander out into the dark. Close the door behind her.
Yeah. It's a quiet night. There is a little bit of mist rolling in from the river. There's a little bit of frost twinkling on the ground, starting to. It's cold, but you reckon below freezing, but it's not. Yeah, it's just below freezing, not frigid. Yeah, the moon currently is neither one is full, but they're big enough that you can see. You can see.
For just a little bit, Brandy she just wanders aimlessly,
Yeah.
sort of along the riverside. But before she does so, she takes off her shoes and just keeps them in her hands as she walks, so that she can feel the ground beneath her. And where she can, she closes her eyes and just lets the sound of the water and the wind and the night wash over her.
Yeah, definitely.
She just keeps walking.
It's quite serene. There's every once in a while there's clearly like a bit of a branch that's lapping up against the water. There's like a little bit of babbling from the waters, hitching up against the side of a boat maybe. It's peaceful. There's sounds of animals around, but none that would make you concerned. It's a nice night. It's cold on your feet, but you're likely quite used to it, walking around barefoot. But yeah.
Are there any sort of woodlands nearby or anything like that? I mean,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think she will wander long enough to get to somewhere that is like heavily wooded, like has a canopy but like enough so that she could still see the sky.
Yeah, certainly. There's it'll be maybe half an hour of walking outside the village. Actually, probably less. Probably about 10-15 minutes. Yeah, 10-15 minutes until you find sort of clearly what is for timber rather than like natural forest, but it's sparse enough that there's stuff. There's not too much brush, so it's relatively easy to walk through. It's again peaceful. Can you make me a perception check, please?
Wow, I hate that. But okay, I will perceive.
Or nature.
Nature. Oh, can I? Oh, wait. Can I switch? Oh no, my nature's worse. Fuck. Okay. I guess I'll just stick with that shit perception then.
Actually, you can make it. Hold on, I'm just checking. What would? Actually, you can do it. Also, reminder: you do have an inspiration.
Oh, I do have an inspiration, but okay. Well, is this important enough for me to use my inspiration?
It's up to you.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I'll use the inspiration. I want to perceive. Please give me something good. That was worse.
That's worse. Okay. There is a bird song that you don't recognise that is nearby in these woods.
It's birds. I don't think I think too much of it.
Yeah, but it's not like oh my god, it's a fucking dragon. It's bird song.
I think undeterred by normal bird song. think Brandy's just she'll find a spot that is like a little bit clearer enough that she can just lay herself down in the grass and stare up at the sky. Because it reminds her of home and better times. And honestly, right now she would rather be anywhere but here. But this is enough to make it feel better. And she lies there for maybe 1-2 minutes just in silence, and then full on breaks down sobbing because she knows that she can when she's suffering.
Ooh. Okay. All right. Are Hyacinth and Thea heading straight to sleep?
Give me a minute later. I think I know what Thea's doing. I think as Thea's entering the room, there's still this kind of like wry bashfulness about like the way she behaved earlier. But there's more of like a peacefulness to her now. Because it's not just all her. Like, she has friends who like she can share this kind of burden of justice with. And she thought that like doing justice or like being a paladin was a very lonely thing. I mean, like, look at what's her name again? Nelia. Look at Nelia. It feels like a very, very isolating job. But Hyacinth's kind of vow of community, of like, I will shoulder this burden with you. It's so nice to hear, and so there is this feeling of security in Thea at the minute, and like it's coupled with the feeling of Brandy is pulling away, and I don't know, like, if Brandy sees me as like dead weight, or if Brandy sees me as someone to console, not someone to rely upon. But for now, Thea's pretty calm, and I think Thea's going to go quite quickly to sleep because she feels very safe in this room, knowing that Hyacinth is with her.
Okay. What about Hyacinth? Has Hyacinth really processed what's gone on?
Hyacinth is contemplating. I think they gotta process. Because it's been a day for them. It's been a day for them.
Yeah.
I feel like there's part of Hyacinth that's wondering, like, damn, am I, like, they, like, during the fight, like, there was very much, like, a moment of them trying to understand what was going through Bernard's mind when they were fighting, and, like, whether in that moment having to decide whether it was worth, like, taking his life or not. And obviously they didn't go through with it. They just scared the shit out of him. But, like, it is something that they are contemplating, like, kind of putting things into perspective of, like, there may be a time where they will have to, like, kill. And kind of, they're just, like, one, they're hoping, like, they believe that this was the right decision, but they're also kind of just thinking, am I a hypocrite for also having thought in the moment of, like, taking a life during that fight? Like, is this, like, they're just kind of wondering, like, they are thinking about what Fia said, like, where do you draw the line? And I think they do stay up because of that, because it is a very valid question. Where do you draw the line?
Mm.
Their philosophy is they don't want unnecessary bloodshed. Like, they want to prevent taking away someone's like cutting someone's shuristo. It only unless it's absolutely necessary, but it is keeping them up slightly, thinking about how, like, what is that line almost. And like, I think there is something. I feel like there would be something about feeling some of those emotions of Patina that probably does keep them up a little bit.
Interesting.
Because it's a very raw emotion.
Yeah.
So, like, I do think that did mess with them slightly. So I think they're just going to be quietly contemplating, have a slight existential crisis, but at the same time remembering what they had said to Fia and knowing that, like, they are a team and kind of like, yeah, I feel like kind of they do feel somewhat comforted knowing that when that day comes, which they hope doesn't ever come, but if should that day come, they will hopefully be able to know whether it is the right decision then, if they ever have to take a life. Like, they're thinking about it a lot. Because they also took what Quinn said to heart during the last session of, like, if you're an adventurer, then you might have to do that. Like, they do take it seriously. And it could have been that today. Like, it could have been today. I feel like they would summon Ivan eventually and just be like, squish them.
just squish them a bit.
That's a little later, like when they're like, I think they do eventually summon them just for a little bit of comfort.
Yeah.
That's their emotional familiar.
Cool. Okay. So back to our monk with so many problems.
That's me, baby.
I'm finding it so ironic that Thea is the one that's processing this the best.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. Just hold on.
Maybe Thea's talking about her emotions, guys.
I don't think
Maybe you should do it
processing
too.
the best. I don't think she's processing it the best. I think she's processing it. She's just having some alone time to process it, and that's okay. That is okay. Anyway, yes, me, the monk with many problems.
Yeah. What's going on with this monk with many problems?
What's going on? That's just a little cry.
Yeah.
Listen, it's been several days of pent up. Basically, she has got so much on her plate. It's not just what happened today. I mean, a lot of it has surmounted to what has happened today, but they also spent time traveling. They had an encounter with a fucking hag, of which Fanny didn't really want to do, but did because she, out of the kind of, the lightness of her heart and trying to get in touch with the rest of her group, wanted to like connect with them, and that turned out shit.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. It went well.
It went as poorly as it could have gone.
It could have gone much worse, I'll tell you that much.
And Willowbrook. Willowbrook.
Yeah.
She, let's be clear, she witnessed the death of her. She realized that her friend was dead, only to find out that her friend is not dead.
Mm.
She doesn't know how to feel. She's also not mentioned this to anyone because she doesn't want to. And she has had no time to herself properly, no true proper. Oh, not to mention the fact that in the woods there were some creepy eyes staring at her, which she did mention to other people, but has been brushed under the rug. The fest that has been the past couple of days.
Yeah.
Oh my god! She hasn't spoken to a single person about it, and she's exploding. She just needs time to lie there and feel it, and also just feel shit because she hasn't allowed herself any time to feel shit because she's been so busy trying to be neutral about everything where she can and trying to be the calming person, to try and be the middle ground, to try and be the person that stays normal so that everyone else cannot be normal. She needs to be unnormal just for a little bit, so she's going to have her ugly crying session. And when she's done, she'll get up and wipe her face, and she'll start walking back to the tavern. She'll just start walking back.
Okay.
Yep.
After Brandy's quick powwow of sobbing, can't really blame her.
Yep.
Interesting you mentioned the eyes.
Can I perceive any more? Have I failed to perceive?
They failed their stealth check, so you, with your passive perception, as you're walking back, just see in the distance 3 sets of eyes just looking, and as soon as you look, gone, disappeared.
I'm gonna go to where the eyes are.
Okay. Do you want to make me a survival check?
Oh, I'm okay at survival. Please, please, please.
Oh! Ah!
That's a 23!
Oh, nice.
So you head over. Maybe your mind's a little bit clearer from a quick sob.
Oh yeah.
And you head over to where these 3 eyes were, and you see there are kind of almost scorch marks in the ground for a little bit, and then these maybe keep on going for 20 feet until the canopy clears a bit, and you can just see in the distance 3, against the moonlight, 3 winged forms flying away.
Okay. Can I nature check to see if either I know anything specifically about like winged creatures with those kinds of eyes, or anything to do with the way that I know that we said that it's previously that it's like almost necrotic damage with the way that it's like scorched the
Yeah.
the plants, right? Or something like that.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Like aligned to that sort of damage being done.
Go right ahead.
Please.
15.
Average.
Alright, you can also make an Arcana check. That won't negate the nature check, but it might tell you different stuff.
Oh, my sweet Arcana with 0 modifier. 11.
Okay. You don't know much about the Arcana, but with 15 nature, 15 nature. I mean, you don't really know many. I mean, elementals can cause like scorch marks. Like a fire elemental will cause a scorch mark where it stands because it is made of fire in some way. They don't fly with wings, and they don't really have eyes. These didn't make light in any way. It was just the eyes. They were piercing, kind of almost crimson eyes just staring at you. And it's weird. You don't really know of any animal that would do this or act like this. it's if it was like a pack of wolves, they wouldn't. Well, first off, they couldn't fly, but like they wouldn't completely disappear. They'd just remaneuver. It's with F-15. It's almost like they got caught,
Right. Okay.
as in like that they got caught. That you saw them and they ran away because they didn't. It was bad for them to have been caught, looking at you, sort of thing.
Okay. Right.
I will also give you, with a 23, with a nat 20, direction. They seem to have been heading directly south.
Okay.
Well, no, not quite south, but like south, southwest.
In enemy DM.
That kind of direction. If you look at
Okay.
the world map, you should be able to see.
Well, I'm coming over. I'm coming over. Ooh. Okay. Interesting. Didn't want that. But...
Yeah, like that direction.
Well, I hate that. This spot here with the. Can you see where my mouse is?
I can see where your mouse is.
This is something that Hyacinth was mentioning, like the day earlier, right? Where there was like some sort of
Ruins. Yes. Hold on. No, it was just from Brandy. It's a heretical. It's a heretical temple.
Oh my god, Brandy remembered things.
Yeah, it's the ruins of a heretical temple, or where a heretical temple once was.
Feel free to say no, but can I do like a history check or anything?
Yeah, 100%.
Would that be like history or religion?
Either it'll tell you different things, but yeah, you can do either.
I'll do religion because I actually have a modifier.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay.
Oh, that's lovely.
An 8. With an 8, all you know is that they were worshipping something that was not in the pantheon.
Not slay. Well, could be slay, but not mighty fan slay. Okay. Would you allow me to do history?
Yeah, it'll be slightly trickier, but yeah. Oh!
20!
Ah!
No!
Ah!
Oh my god, Abby.
That's a lot of 20s. Okay.
A little cry fixes everything.
So you know that it's a temple that has been abandoned for about 250, 300 years. It's proper ruins, and there was a battle there that the heretics there sort of you don't know the detail even within that 20 because the history is wibbly. But you know that there was a order of paladins that went in and not ransacked, but effectively stopped whatever was going on there, shut that shit down.
Yeah.
There with a 20, you know there are stories that there might still be some potent, powerful artifacts there. There are some stories of potentially still a little bit of the evil that whatever those cultists were worshipping might still be there in some way. But it is what you do know for certain is it is what used to be a very fortified keep. Now you don't know quite how much it is. But yeah, it is a fortified. It would have been a fortified keep. Now is likely in ruins in some way, but it's only been 250 years, so it's likely that it is together enough. You would also know that is. You could go to the capital city that way. It would be not going on the road, so it might be slightly more dangerous, but it will be shorter.
Okay.
You also would, yeah, no, it's fine. You also would not see any more, you wouldn't meet any more travelers going that way. You would be trekking through the wilderness, effectively.
I want to do that, but I don't want to sidetrack the party.
Arguably, yeah.
Well, no. Well, Gabby wants to. Gabby would love to. Brandy does not want to sidetrack the party any more than they've already been sidetracked. Let's just keep things as normal as possible, is what Brandy wants.
So,
Gabby wants to go.
You could do basically that, and that would be. I think it would take about the same amount of time. It just, you wouldn't have there ain't no villages that way. That's proper wilderness traveling.
And also, we're at risk of more things attacking us.
Yeah, certainly. But also, there might be treasure. There might be goodies.
Brandy doesn't care about the goodies. I care.
I know you care.
I want it. Well, Brandy will take a mental note of that and all of the things that she suddenly whimsically remembered after her cry clarity.
Yeah.
But she needs time to sleep on everything that she might bring that up to the rest of the party the following day. But right now she is tired, exhausted emotionally. Frankly, she wants to go home, but she still has.
She's a long way from home.
Very. But even it's not that she doesn't want to go home. She wants to go back to things being normal. And she can find a sense of normalcy in, I suppose, the people that she's found a sort of routine in.
Yeah.
And that's all that she can do. That's the best she can do right now.
Okay. Right, you head on back again. Yeah. It's now probably about, after all that jazz, it's probably about 4:30 in the morning.
Oh, slay.
So, yeah, it's quite late, to say the least. You walk back. You sneak back in, and yeah, are you trying to be quiet?
Yeah, just out of respect for everyone else, sleeping in the tavern.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you walk back in. It's you know the creaky floorboards. You've already worked those out, and you avoid them, and get snuggled back into bed, and you fall asleep quite quickly.
Is Quinn asleep by then?
I need to quickly check something on your character sheet. Do you have dark vision?
I do.
2.
I'm the only person that has dark vision.
Yeah, fuck you are, aren't you?
Actually, I have dark vision.
Do you? Oh yeah, you do.
I do. It's Hyacinth that's the odd one out, but they've got their familiar.
Yeah, that is true. Okay. Give me a perception check.
Yay! I like perceiving things.
Well, let's see if you do.
Perceive. 19.
19.
The
There.
cry really did bundle
Yeah,
me.
fucking hell. Really flush the system. There is a shape in the bed, but you can tell that it is like it's pillows. Quinn
What?
is not in the room.
What? Quinn pulled the maid? Quinn pulled the maid? Is the window open?
No.
Okay. With a 19, is there anything else that I can see that like indicates that like they've taken some stuff with them, or they've anything like that?
Yep. They're. Hold on, what fucking instrument is that? Their viol is not there. Their viola is not in the room. Neither is the book that they seem to be writing in.
My God, I can't believe you tried to pull a doozy on me. I can't believe you tried to pull that wool over my eyes. Okay. Also, I'm aware that I'm taking a long time to do all of this, so I don't have to drag it out.
It's okay, you're the only one awake.
That's true. Okay. I will go out. I will go out again. Can I do like a survival check to see if I can see any other tracks in the ground?
Yeah. I think survival is literally. Yeah, check to follow tracks. Yeah. Make a survival check. Fucking hell.
Oh, it's 22! 22! Wow, that cry. I just need to start crying a bit more.
Hyacinth, you now know what you gotta do.
Just sob. Alright, you follow on. Quinn has relatively unique shoes. They're kind of not high heels, but they're lifted boots. And you follow along. And after 10, 15 minutes, well, actually, after a couple minutes, you start hearing music. And yeah, eventually it seems to be on the riverbank on like a bit of a rocky outcropping. It's sheltered. If the music was not there, you might not have even seen it. It's a quiet, quite somber song. And can you make me a stealth check?
Please. Okay, that's okay. 18.
Pretty good. Okay. Yeah, that beats passive perception. So you see Quinn sitting by the river with a couple of translucent figures around them. There are 3 translucent figures. And Quinn just seems to be, they're sort of sat in a circle, and Quinn seems to be just playing a song, one that you've not heard before. It's like a very conversational song, but it's quiet, it's peaceful. You can see with an 18, if you get close, you can see they probably have their eyes closed. And they're sort of, he's swaying a little bit.